get going. All right, everyone, thanks for joining. We have Recover and Roll today. Set your foam roller off to the side. Start your devices if you are tracking. My name is Kendall with TC Fit. Welcome in. So I'm going to hit my timer here, 25 minutes. Let's start with the feet together, and we're going to start with some body weight squats. Now, kind of roll your shoulders back, draw your shoulders down. You're going to inhale, squat, and then exhale to stand. Now, think of kind of gluing your inner thighs together on this. And then slightly pressing the arms back just to kind of get the lats and your triceps engaged. A little chest opener. I'll give you a side view here. Squat and stand. Squat and stand. Squeezing your glutes. I don't have any shoes on. I have my socks, but it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Make sure you have plenty of space around you. 2 more. Last one, and stand. Reach the arms up and around, and then clasp them together. Lateral flexion off to your left-hand side, and return back center, up and over to the right, and center. Now bring the hands back, just reach it up into a goal post, sternum reaches up, and then return back to a neutral, glide the arms back up. And again, kind of reach up with your sternum, elbows bend, and then reach the arms back up. 2 more. Extension and reach. Last one, extend and reach. Good. Separate the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Feet stay parallel back to our squats. Here we go. Sink it down and up. So if you took class with me yesterday, we did a whole lot of low body, a lot of upper body, and a lot of core. So entire body workout. I'm feeling it a lot in my hamstrings and my abdominals today. So we'll do some exercises to help strengthen, to lengthen, stretch it out. 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, I'm going to have you grab your foam roller. You're going to hold the ends of the foam roller, and you can do this without this at home, but feet about hip distance apart, reach the arms up. You're going to laterally flex to your left-hand side. Now around the world, you're going to bend your knees, hollow out the belly, round it over to the other side. Back to your lateral flexion, straighten the legs, and then return back up, other side. Up and over, lateral flexion, hollow out the belly. Down and around, and then return back center. And again, up and over, hollow it out, up and around, straighten the legs, and again, up and over, down and around. This should feel good for the spine. Let's do 1 more of each. Up and over, hollow it out, bending the knees, over to the side, and return. Last one, up and over, hollow it out, over to the side, and return. Good. Now, I'm going to have you place the foam roller directly on top of the right foot. We did this exercise probably the very first session. You're going to press down into the foot, down into your foam roller. As you lift, drive the knee up, pressing down the hands down into the foam roller, and then set the foot back down. I'll do it from the side. You're going to lift it up, pressing and lower. So lots of balance. We got lats and triceps engaging, the abdominals, and we're adding resistance in with your hip flexor and your quadriceps. Doing good. We're going to stay here for about another 10 seconds, and then we'll just go directly to the other side, keeping the right foot flexed. Almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch it over to the other side. Find your balance. Draw your shoulders down. And here we go. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now, if you are getting any pain in your low back or more into like the lateral side, more of your SI joint, take away how hard you're pressing down into the foam roller. Take away the resistance. So we're trying to resist against the offsetting of your hips. Good. About 10 seconds left. And then we'll move to the side of the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, finish out your last one. Good. Now at home, I'm going to have you place the foam roller onto your right hand side. Your standing knee is bent. You're going to send your left leg straight out. Now, keep the right arm up. You're going to lift your left leg and lower. Lift and lower. Don't worry about the tempo of the music, just lifting and lowering. Slightly putting some weight into the foam roller. Now both legs stay parallel with this. We're working our abs, we're working our glute med. Now we have 10 seconds left there. We're gonna hold it up. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. Hold it there. And that top leg stays parallel. The front of the foot should be facing forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Switch it over to the other side, same exact thing. Standing knee is bent, reach up and over. Here we go, lift and lower. So you're slightly hinging toward the foam roller. It's okay for it to tilt off to the side. You'll feel this just as much as in your standing leg. Then we'll move our way down to the floor after this. Okay, we have 10 seconds left, and then we hold it up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up. Abs are strong, belly button in toward your spine, relaxing your shoulders down. 10 seconds. A little shaky, shaky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good. Just kind of shift through the hips from side to side, stretching it out. Now I'm going to have you place your foam roller off to the side. I'm going to set it all the way down to the ground. I'm going to have you come to the front edge of your mat. We're going to do a roll down to our world's greatest stretch. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, roll it down one vertebrae at a time. With your hands, walk it out to your high plank. Hold it here. Bring your right foot to the outside of your hand. Back leg is either straight or knee is down to the floor, whatever feels best. Now reach your right arm up and then bring your elbow to the inside of your knee. And again, reach the right arm up, elbow to the inside, right arm goes up, elbow to the inside. Set your hand down, replace your right foot back, same thing other side, left foot to the outside, back leg is straight or bent. Sinking into this stretch, now left arm reaches up, elbow to the inside, twist and rotate, elbow to the inside, last one, elbow to the inside, place the hand back down, replace your foot back, find your high plank. Now you're gonna walk your hands back towards your feet, and then we'll roll it back up, and we'll do this one more time. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. As the last return, roll your shoulders back. Okay, so take a deep inhale. Exhale, nod your chin, rounding it forward, hollowing out your belly. Now walk your hands forward, finding your high plank, squeeze your glutes. Right foot to the outside of your hand. And reach the right arm up, spinal rotation, elbow to the inside. Reach it up, elbow to the inside, one more. Reaching up, elbow down, Place the hand down, replace the foot. Let's do the other side. Left arm reaches up, elbow down, twist, rotate, elbow down. Last one, twist, rotate, and elbow. Set your hand down, replace the foot, find your high plank. Now pike your hips, walk your hands back, and you're just gonna dead hang over your legs. Hold it here. Breathing into the stretch. Now keep the feet where you are. Gonna twist and rotate. Bring the hands to the right side of your foot. Your hips stay stable. So that gets into a little bit more of your lateral side of your hamstrings. Twist and rotate to the other side. Again, hips stay stable. Holding it here. Center it back out. And now, gang, walk your hands back out to your high plank. Hold it here. About a 10-second hold. Squeezing your glutes. Pulling in your abs. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Now, let's grab our foam roller back out. I'm going to have you take a seat. Your legs are forward, knees are bent, and then dig your heels down into the mat. I'm just going to adjust my camera here real quick. You're going to hold the ends of your foam roller, and you're going to roll it off of your sit bones. Now hold it here. You're going to twist and rotate. We have 3 chest presses. Bend and press, bend and press. Last one, bend, press, twist and rotate other side. 3 presses. There's 1, 2, 3, back to the right. Twist, rotate. 1, 2, 3, twist, rotate. Bend, press. 2, 3, 1 more each. Twist, rotate. 3, 2, 1, twist, rotate. And 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Restack your spine. Set your foam roller off to the side. Reach your legs long. Flex your feet. Arms come out to a T. You're going to twist and rotate to the right. You're going to round it forward over the legs. Roll it back up, restacking your spine. Return it back center, other side. Twist, rotate. Rounding it forward. Roll it back up. And return. Keep it going. Twist, rotate. Rounding it forward, roll it back up, and return, and other side, twist, rotate, roll it forward, roll it back up, and return. 1 more each side. Twist, and roll it forward, roll it back up, and return. Last one to the left, rounding it forward, roll it back up, and return. Good. Let's work on rolling out our legs. Now we're going to start to one side first. I'm going to have you place it underneath your right leg, and we're going to start with your hamstrings. So a lot of your foam roller is sticking out to the side. You're going to lift your hips, and you're going to roll it forward and back, forward and back. So focusing on one side only. Now the nice thing with this is that you can turn the leg out, you can internally rotate, just whatever feels good. You can go up a little bit higher into the insertion of the hamstrings. That's where I'm feeling a little soreness. So I'm gonna kind of stick in that area, or stay in that area. Good. And doing it single leg like this allows you to put a little bit more pressure into one side. Now we're gonna stay here for another 10 seconds, then we're gonna move it down to our calves. Good, Good. Now kind of roll it back. You're going to readjust the foam roller. Place it underneath your calf muscle. And you're going to do the same thing. Now you can stay seated with this if it's a little tender. Otherwise, lift the hips up and you're going to roll it forward and back. This can be a pretty tender area. So again, if you need to readjust by setting the hips down and just kind of shift the leg from side to side, rolling it over the muscles and the tendons, that's okay too. You may be feeling some like knotty areas. Maybe stick to that part and just kind of dig it out. Again, it can be a really tender area. We'll just stay here for about another 10 seconds, then we'll move up to the hips. Good, now stick to that right side. Let's readjust. And then we'll come into a prone position, so face down. Sticking to the right side. You're gonna place your right hip on top. And then left leg is kind of supporting the whole body really. And then you're gonna roll it forward, roll it back. Right over that hip flexor. Try to avoid rolling over your bone, that front, the front part of your bone of your hip. Sticking to more of like those muscly areas in our fascia. Now I'm kind of opening up through my hips too and getting a little bit more into my glute med. Good, we'll stay here for about another 10 seconds and then we'll do everything on the other side. Ouch. All right, let's reposition, take a seat, and then you're gonna place the foam roller onto the back side of your left leg, for whichever side you haven't done. All right, here we go, propping the hips up. We are back to the hamstrings on the left. Good, keep it going. I'm just gonna angle myself a little bit more here. My right side was definitely way more tender than my left. And we'll stay here for about another 10 seconds, then we'll move our way down to our calves. Okay, readjusting, placing the foam roller onto the calf muscle, and then either staying seated, rocking the leg back and forth, or hips go up. And you can also bend the leg with this too, if that helps with a little bit more leverage. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And lastly, readjusting so that we're rolling out the hip flexor or glute med onto the left side of your hip and rolling forward and back. And you can roll from side to side, shifting your hips. Again, staying in any tender areas that you may have. We're gonna go into a flexion and extension exercise coming up next. We're gonna add in a plank with that. So a little bit more core work. We'll stay here for another 10 seconds. All right. Okay, so reposition positioning, I'm gonna have you come onto your knees, and actually on your end, take a break for a second because I wanna show you the whole sequence of this. Now you're starting onto your knees, hands to the foam roller. You're gonna start by hollowing out your belly. Now from here, you're gonna extend and reach it down to a child's pose. Hold it here, and then you're gonna roll it forward so that the elbows are onto the foam roller. Lift the legs up. We find a plank here. Drop it down to your knees, sink it back to a child's pose, and then roll it back in, okay? Let's find this position. Hands on top of the foam roller, hollowing out the belly, rounding out your spine. Here we go. Send it long into our child's pose. A little bit of extension. Now rolling it forward. Hips kind of drop a little bit into that modified plank. Lifting the legs. We're in one long line. Drop the knees down. Now sink the hips back to your child's pose. Hold it here. And now round it back in. And let's do it again. Sink your hips back, lengthen through the spine. Roll it forward, right to the tips of the elbows. Lift it up to your plank. Squeezing your glutes. Dropping your knees down. Now sink your hips back, find your child's pose. And then roll it back in, hollow out the belly. Let's do this one more time. Extending, finding your child's pose. Roll it forward. And find your plank. Drop the knees down. Sink your hips back. And then round it back in. Nicely done. Let's roll out our mid back. And you're going to take a seat onto your mat. You're going to bring the foam roller onto your upper back. And then hands kind of help support the head and neck. Lift your hips up, and you're just going to roll forward and back. So sticking to the upper back. Again, you might feel yesterday's workout. It's okay to get some cracking and adjusting as long as it's not a painful adjusting. Now we'll stay here for about another 20 seconds. Good. Now, you're gonna set your hips down, roll off to one side, and we're gonna roll out our lat muscles. Now, the top arm can either be back behind the head, or if this is too tender, help support by placing the hand down to the floor. So that foam roller goes right underneath your armpit. And this can be another really tender area. We're getting to the lat muscles, the serratus, deep underneath the armpit. Now at home, I'm going to have you just roll over to the other side. I'm going to turn to face the other direction, so I'm facing forward. Keep going here. We'll stay this side for about another 10 seconds. Good. Okay, gang, go ahead and set your foam roller off to the side. And I'm just gonna stay down to my knees. You can either take a seat onto your butt, crisscross the legs, whatever feels best. But you're gonna place your left hand behind the head, draw your eye gaze down to the left armpit, and then kind of pull the head forward to stretch the lateral side of your neck. Return it back up. Let's do the same thing other side. Eye gaze goes down. Making sure the shoulders are glided down your back. Good. Now lastly, let's find our downward facing dog. Hands come down, pike your hips up, and you're just gonna pedal through the feet, back stays long. Keep it up. About 10 seconds left, and then we'll walk the hands back to do a nice roll up. 3, 2, and 1. Quiet the feet, walk your hands back to your feet. And now slowly roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. As the last return, roll your shoulders back. Nice work today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Recover and Roll. We'll see you tomorrow for strength with Christy. Enjoy the rest of your day.